Today, Dave and I are taking an adventure to the Organ Pipe Cactus National Monument down here near the Mexican border in Arizona. And we haven't got to the visitor center yet. My best friend from high school works here, so I'm hoping to say hi to her as well. But we just pulled over here by the highway. We're actually in the monument to look at some of the neat cactus here and stretch our legs. Sorry about the car noise. There's some really cool choya behind me. Really big choya that I've seen from the road, and I see out here Ocotillo and saguaro, and I'll show you a few, but I'm sure we'll see more later. You want to be careful when you're walking around choya, and probably other cactus as well, but choya especially is known for this. It drops all these little chunks all over the ground, and those will stick in. And I don't know my cactus very well anymore, but I know some of the choya have barbs. I've had them in my feet before, and it's really hard to get the spines out. Look, it's just gorgeous. This could be pencil choya, but I don't know my cactuses very well anymore. It's been so long. I'm going to have to stop by the visitor center and get some really good ID for you. So these spindly tall ones here are Ocotillo. I wish that it was a different time of year. Right now they look just like thorny sticks, but when it's spring and they get a little moisture, they get little green leaves all over these, and they actually bloom beautiful scarlet flowers. That's one thing about the desert, is you always think that think of it as barren, but it's not. It's stark. It's really, really hard for all the plants and animals to live in a harsh environment like this, but it's far, far from barren. There's so much diversity. Oh, I just saw a jackrabbit. Oh my God, I haven't seen one in years. I think this little guy might be hedgehog cactus. This is a cactus wren nest, and they'll build it right in the choya. And this, I think, is a chain fruit choya. The Ocotillo again, like I was telling you, this has got the little leaves coming in. And not only that, it is getting ready to bloom. Look we've got the buds all over it. Just gorgeous. There is a saguaro skeleton. You can see how it's all fibrous inside. So this really cool cactus that's tall, like not as wide as the saguaro, but tall, and all of these, I don't know what the right name for them is, spears kind of come up from the base. This is what this national park is named after. It's actually an organ pipe cactus. And I was reading at the visitor center that one this size would have to be at least 80 years old to have grown to this extent. And a lot of the cactuses, and organ pipe is no exception, are great places for pack rats to gather their nest materials and kind of build up a fortress to keep predators out. Stopped at a picnic area, the Diablo Canyon picnic area, and we're just on the edge of a very large wash. It's basically like a dry riverbed, and any rainfall, even up in the mountains that you don't get here, will come right down that wash. But we are noticing a lot of really beautiful chain fruit choya, organ pipe cactus, and saguaro. I mean, they're all along here, but it's just such a pretty spot and peaceful. We're gonna go drive around this escarpment. Right, Dave and I are at the Estes Bull Pasture Loop Trail. We're here in Organ Pipe National Monument still. We're gonna get out there and see the cactus and desert close up. close up and personal. We've got plenty of water. It's a great little spot to stop. There's a picnic area, porta potties, trash cans. It's very well maintained here. Looks like it's going to be a fun trail. This really plentiful plant is called a creosote bush. Super tenacious. We were just hearing on the park app, the National Park app, that they actually can go 2 years in between water before they actually die. And if you kind of cup your hands around some of their leaves and exhale and then smell, it has a very distinctive aroma. Here's some of those chain fruit choya. These are tall, maybe 10 feet tall. And this is the fruit chain that's coming down off of it. And then you can see what the branch looks like as it dies. It's this really cool, like lace look to it. Okay, I mentioned mistletoe before, but I don't think I really zoomed in on it. And here's a great example of mistletoe. Whoops, let me zoom back out. See that clump that's growing in this tree? There's a few clumps you can see. One over there. But this really big one's particularly large, and it has berries on it. These are what I was calling pencil choya earlier, and I was mistaken. These are actually Staghorn Choya. We're doing this trail clockwise. And we've just come up this draw, and now we're coming up a hill towards Bull Pasture. We've crossed over the rise, and we're coming down the other side of this loop. It's just really rocky and dramatic. Is right over there. All right, so we finished our Estes Bull Pasture loop, and we ended up doing 2.75 miles, and the elevation was, I think, 535 feet gain total. It was wonderful on a day like this. Temperatures around 60 or so, but it was beautiful.